Hey guys, it's pretty windy, so hopefully that doesn't bother the video too much. Time for another Meet the Collection. Outside, it's not crazy warm, but it's warm enough for who I'm gonna have out here. Not a sunny day, unfortunately, so you won't see her iridescence. Don't forget, if you guys have been following along with the videos, watching and all of that, to like, subscribe, hit the bell thing so you get notified when I post these videos. And also, feel free to share videos that you like anytime. That really helps build this up, and then once I get to a certain level, I'll be able to do live videos and stuff that might be a little bit more fun. You know, everybody wants to see collection stuff, and once I get to a point where I can do live, I can actually do the collection things. So without further adu, let's get into what's in here. This is my female olive python. Let me just make sure she's aware that I'm coming in and not a food item, because she is a very assertive animal, and though she's not mean, she will bite and wrap. Olive pythons, to those that have not worked with them before, are just very, very food motivated animals, and they really don't ever not be food motivated. So if they feel like there's an opportunity for food, then that is really what they're going to focus on. She is not really a huge female. They get much larger than her. I know some people might be looking and say that's a big girl, but really not. Olives can get like a really, really good size. She's not tiny, but she's not enormous either. The key to not getting bit and wrapped by her is not letting her nose touch my skin, my bare skin. That's usually when she will bite and wrap. Once again, not to be mean, she's just very, very food motivated, and she's never not hungry. So she was hatched in 2011 by Jason Chapman, and then I got her through Brandon Doucette a few years ago, I think now. I've had her, I think, at least 2 years, but I want to say 3. She is right at the age where you'd expect her to be able to breed. Everything that I know about olives is that the females really start to mature at about 8 years old. So she's 9 years old this year. They did breed last year, but nothing happened. They've also locked up once or twice this year, but I haven't seen any signs that she's taken again. Part of the reason I want to get her outside is just so she can feel the seasonal changes a little bit better, get her into better position here. She's actually a pretty sweet animal. I know I've made it sound like she's a monster saying she'll bite and wrap, but she really has no intention to hurt anybody. She's just hungry. And they're just very, very assertive and very stubborn animals. And so they have to always look and try to figure things out. Let me see if I can get her head up near you and get a good look at her there. She's trying to climb onto the foam there. But she's probably in the, I would say she's under 10 feet. I'd say she's about 9 when she's really, really stretched out and cruising. I expected her to get larger. She eats fine. I like where her weight's at right now, so I don't really want her any heavier per se. So I think this is about what she's going to do. Obviously, snakes continue to grow throughout their lives, so she will continue to grow. I just don't think it's going to be substantial. You know, maybe 10 years from now she'll be another 18 inches or something, you know, maybe even 2 feet, but I can't think much more than that. They give you a workout, that's for sure. And they're definitely a different species. You know, people who want a bigger snake, they can be a fun snake, but I don't think they're good for a novice keeper, just because of how stubborn they are and how willing they are to wrap, especially after a bite. It's not striking that's really an issue with these guys. Babies can be a little jumpy, but it tends to be more the wrapping, and they're very, very, very powerful animals. So you definitely do not want to get wrapped up by one. Take it from me, I've been wrapped up by 2 different olive pythons. Ironically, the smaller one actually hurt worse than she did. I had another female that was about 7 feet or so wrap me up. And she really took me for a wild ride, to say the least. This girl, the only bad side to her, when she bit and wrapped me, she bit this arm, and she bit me right here, in my butt. And she wrapped up, you know, up my arm. So I went to put her back. She's in a vision cage. And while I was trying to put her away, she let go with her mouth, but she kept her coils on me. And she decided that I was trying to take her food. So she was fighting my face while she's attached to my arm. So I couldn't get her any further away from myself than that. So I had the hook with me, always be prepared. So I was literally holding her back, battling her with the hook while she was trying to defend the meal she had earned as far as she was concerned. I was actually live on Facebook when she bit and wrapped me, sitting on my couch of all places. So that was interesting. I am hopeful though that she'll go this year. It'll be my first time producing the species. We'll see what happens. I think she's nice and solid. She's still pounding food. Obviously I reduced the food while they're breeding, but now that it's later, you know, I'll start offering her a little more, see if we can encourage that ovulation. All right, any questions about her, feel free to ask. This summer, hopefully I'll be able to get her outside and you guys will be able to see how iridescent these guys can be. Try to get her head up here one more time for you. They have really cool eyes. Getting slapped. So hopefully you guys can get a glimpse of that. But yeah, any questions I'm happy to answer. I'm gonna let her just do her own thing for a minute. Crawl around, hopefully not knock over the camera stand. But they are really, really cool animals. Let me see how I can turn this. You guys can watch her go across in the grass a little bit here. They have thin skin, not quite as thin as the white-lip pythons. But it's funny because you'll see a lot of these lines that you usually get from snakes that are tightly coiled in spaces where they can't move. But she has plenty of space to move in her cage. But she likes to coil really tight in one spot, and that's just kind of how she sits. When I went in to get her today, I could only see about that much of her there, and the rest of her was underneath her paper. I did feed her a couple of days ago, so usually the first day or two after she eats, she hides, and then she starts to come back out, which I only gave her a small meal, so you can't even tell anywhere that she ate recently, but she did eat a few days ago. They have a pretty good metabolism, though. It goes through them pretty quick. One of the things that I like, they're really clean animals. She's never trashed her cage once. None of my olive pythons have. Their poo's not very big, especially, I guess maybe I'm just used to bloods and short tails so much. So it's nice to have a snake that's really, really neat and really clean. But yeah, so this is my 2011 female olive python. And you can see, like I said, she's definitely not mean, but she just can be food motivated. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for checking it out. Have a good one. Stay safe.